All right, well, before we get into it, guys, let's have a drink.
We could talk about APs, we could talk about Frank Muellers. We got Rolexes, Cartiers, and APs. Subscribe to my channel and come watch this shit in HD. You rockin' with Seth, so you rockin' with the best. Over 25 years, we've been better than the rest. Fred, he know these watches like the back of his hand. If you wanna learn watches, guaranteed this the man. I'm just saying. EW Podcast.
What do you say?
Let's do it.
A lot of guys have been saying that, last podcasts, I didn't drink enough.
Right.
So let's try to prove them wrong. How's
And
that?
I didn't drink at all, so we're
right.
drinking tonight.
All right. L'chaim, l'chaim. Cheers,
L'chaim,
guys.
This is for all
Cheers,
the drinkers
let's go.
out there.
All right.
And for those at home who are watching this podcast, have one with us. Cheers.
That's an excellent idea. Everyone should.
Okay,
right.
we have a couple of housekeeping things we need to go ahead and talk about. We have producer Michael on the show.
Yes.
What's cooking with producer Michael? We still have the ping pong in limbo. What's going on there?
Oh, okay. Well, in terms of the ping pong match, I am still absolutely waiting for him to call me up and tell me he's not injured anymore. I've been training. I'm ready for him. I think the bet right now is going to be up to about $30,000. So I'm definitely ready for that. But he's still saying his back is injured. Michael, let's go. Hurry up with the recovery. Let's go. I'm ready to play.
You're training and he's healing, so.
Yeah. So I should be able to beat him pretty easily, but we'll see. He's a tricky player.
Another thing we're going to be mentioning this a little bit before. We have a little bit of catching up to do with a couple of other heads too. We have both YK and Sean Kingston.
Oh, you're going way back on me right now. You're going back a couple of years. All right, so these guys owe me money for a while now. To Sean Kingston's credit, he has paid off, I'd say, approximately 75% of his tab. So me and Sean, we're good. He's paying it off slowly, but he is making payments, and I can't say anything bad about him. Now, YK Osiris, on the other hand, this guy has gone incognito. He's dropped off the face. Have you even heard about him on social media?
I have heard about him on social media. He has this one song coming out. Some song. What is it called? Like Time? Something to do with time.
Oh, really? All right. Well, I
Out
wish
of all
him,
things, right?
I wish him success. I wish him success so he can pay me the $20,000
that song
he
needs
owes
to
me.
take off so then he could then pay you for your good.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely.
This guy.
I wonder if he's wearing the watch in his music video.
Supposedly his daddy stole it from him. That's what he
gosh.
says. His daddy stole his jewelry.
Probably an extra in the video.
He's a con artist.
Well, whatever it is, I'll be looking out for the watch.
And it's an AP.
That was my AP. Yeah, 15300 ST white dial.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For those out there, that's the stainless steel Royal Oak with the white dial. So if you guys see that piece out there, it's on a obviously on a bracelet.
Yeah.
So look out for that steel
The
bracelet.
funny thing is actually that watch, so when he took it from me off my wrist, it was $20K. Then COVID happened. The watch shot up to like nearly 40 grand.
Okay.
But now this watch is coming back down to the high 20s. So it's interesting how it went up, it came down. So yeah, but his watch is still definitely worth more than I gave it to him for, which I got nothing for.
Hopefully we get that watch back one day.
You just can't trust people anymore these days.
Who can you trust? Essential Watches.
Not rappers, that's for sure.
Trust us at Essential Watches.
All right, so is that
Well,
enough for the
he's more of a
housekeeping?
singer, not a rapper.
That's for the housekeeping.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's run that into AP has been in the news. Okay. One of the watch trends right now, not only is it just AP, but just recently we had the roast of Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
I saw that.
Yeah,
Okay,
the roast was hot.
let me share a couple of video clips and let's look a little bit closer at some of the watches that were worn that night.
Check it out.
Here we go.
Wow.
That's a nice touch.
It literally,
I like that.
It literally says his name on the dial. Interesting watch. So, I gather that most people did not like this watch. Is that correct?
It caught fire on Reddit, one of the big watch forums out there. All the social media places, there is a forum on there called Our Watches, among many, and they hated it.
Well, most importantly, with it being a piece unique, at least it's appealing to him, right? I'm sure he has some of the ideas. Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so here's a little bit of a closer look at it over here, and I believe it is a one of one. Obviously, it's Tom's watch, but point out a couple details we have here.
Right, the Y kind of looks like a V. I mean, if you look at it closely.
Why would he put his own name on this watch? Like,
Why not?
Forget his name or something as it looked at his watch.
What's my name again? Oh, and by the way, it's this time. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's a cool piece. I mean, like I said, it's something that was personalized for him. Hey, if he's happy with it, hey, wear it, enjoy it. And
I've never heard of
create some good
anyone putting
memories with it.
their name as the numbers of the watch before. I mean, people have their signatures on watches all the time, especially in the back, sometimes in the front. Race car
Or
drivers.
he had the
or whatnot.
highlighted 7 numeral, which is cool, kind of like the Jay-Z AP that
pretty
had
original.
the highlighted 10 with the diamonds.
I mean, of course he didn't pay for this watch. AP gave this thing to him for free.
Now, another person that was wearing AP that night, or it looks like he had a couple watches. Sometimes when they do these things, they do some like outfit changes. And we'll go ahead and Kevin Hart. We have a picture of Kevin Hart.
I know what he was wearing. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I saw that.
Kevin Hart I think he had 2 watches on that night. So here's a pic.
I saw him wearing a black perpetual skeleton.
Yeah, we have that one too.
Yeah, but
so,
this is a different watch. This is some kind of Royal Oak.
Yeah, it looks like an AP Royal Oak.
Looks like
It
the same watch with another flying tourbillon with a blue maybe
dial.
a blue lapis or something like that with diamond bezel. Almost the same watch. He is a huge watch collector, by the way.
this one's a little bit tougher to see, but it is a black AP.
And that's the skeleton perpetual ceramic.
Skeleton, yeah, black ceramic
That's a hot
skeleton
watch.
perpetual.
That's
watch.
a great watch. That's a winner. Those are expensive.
Yeah, I heard a story about the links, like a replacement link for that watch. It's like $3,000.
Now, while there are a lot of people there, there wasn't a lot of wrist flashing, but one of the guys that was flexing his watch was UFC bantamweight champ Sean O'Malley, here rocking his pink suit with Gronkowski.
Okay.
And
Looks like
take a little closer look
looks
right
like
there.
a white gold RM10, if I'm not mistaken. Nice watch. That's cool. That's like more of like an entry level Richard Mille.
How about
he
when
could
you
op-
say entry level Richard Mille? How much How much is about the price there?
110, 120, something like that. Maybe a little bit less because white gold, not rose. They came down. I mean, they were like up at like 140, 150.
Is that like a RM10?
RM10.
Just
That's, yeah.
based off the style and design, it looks
Yeah.
like it's RM10.
Yeah, it's RM10.
The size, I meant to say, yeah.
That's
Nice
actually a pretty
perforated strap.
that's pretty subdued watch for him. Normally he'd be wearing something with a bunch of rainbow
Little bit
color
more flashy,
sapphires
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
So he kind of toned it down a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's a man of fashion right there.
Sean O'Malley. I think
Absolutely.
he also has a Timex sponsor.
Okay.
He's got a ton of watches also. But he's not wearing rainbow colors in his hair right now. He's a little subdued. He's a pink suit. He's a great fighter.
He's keeping it classy for the roast. Guys, are you familiar with Watch Guys in downtown LA?
Yeah, he's a new guy. He's doing well on just social media. What's his name? I forget. But yeah, he's doing a great job actually. He's a young guy.
Well, he goes ahead and Ryan Garcia, last month or so, he fought, I believe it's Devin Haney.
Yeah, Devin Haney.
And, you know, when you win the fight, you get to rock the watches. And
I saw that. So after the fight, he made a social media post where he said, "I'm giving away a Rolex to a fan." So somehow I think he had it planned out with this gentleman that this guy was going to get the publicity and he was going to give away a watch. And then I noticed that actually Moses from New York saw that and jumped also on the bandwagon and said, "Hey, I'm also going to give away a watch."
But this is a cool entry-level watch for anyone out there. If you want to get into a Rolex, this is my first Rolex was a 16200, which is the smaller, the 36 millimeter version of this watch.
Right.
It's a good first watch for anyone who's out there
For sure.
looking for a nice high-end piece.
So what he's using is a software program that it's out there. So whenever you want to do giveaways, you make all your followers comment on a video, and then there's a software you can choose that will then go and randomly pick one of the comments. I looked into this before. You can't make them just randomly pick one of your followers. The only way these software programs work is that you can pick a comment. All right, let me predict what happened. Okay, I can tell what happened. He picked a doctor. Let me guess, because the same thing happened to me. What happened? Did he catch flack because he picked a doctor, and a doctor obviously is someone who's probably more wealthy. So his followers thought that, oh, why did he give it to a wealthy guy?
they thought it was fixed. It was one of those like, well,
Wealthy, or he has a huge following, right? This doctor.
Yeah.
and it probably has a case full of watches.
That is tough luck on this guy's part. So he probably caught a lot of heat. What happened?
So most viewers probably thought it was like the whole setup thing.
That's bad luck. That's bad luck.
So for all the negative comments, that we should come up with some a company to where we kind of authenticate these giveaways, you know. So most companies that are giving away, you know, high-end watches, they're not saying, hey, it's a setup, or
you can't-
that's your buddy from down the street. You're just doing it for the
I
clout.
see what you're saying, but it's tough to do.
Yeah, so not only was he a doctor, he's a guy with like 2.3 million followers. So
Wow.
you got a lot of.
Oh, smack.
2.3
2.3 million. Oh, he's an influencer. Yeah, he's the last guy that needed to win this contest. That is, oh my God. That is funny. I didn't realize he had 2.3. I just figured he was a doctor. Huh.
Yeah, so that was the extra layer
Oh, wow.
of
Yeah.
hate.
He's like, I don't need this cheap piece of shit. I need a
So
much.
it's 2.3 million followers. That's a ton of followers.
That same thing happened to me. I did a giveaway like 3 years ago for $3,500 when I was first building up my Instagram. And we randomly chose a comment, and but the program chose a finance guy out of New Jersey that's also like a big biker. Obviously, so he has some money. He's a finance guy. He won. I got so many DMs and people commenting that it was fakes, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know who the hell the guy was. I chose him randomly. How am I supposed to know if someone... It's not fair. It's actually very not fair. And anyone that basically is having an issue with that, they're just haters. They're straight up haters.
So the finance guys in New Jersey, the doctors in New York, these two winners of watch giveaways
From LA.
from LA. I wonder if they know each other. Maybe the finance guy does, some financial advising for the doctor. Who knows?
They might. Who knows?
Well, congratulations to those two winners. And,
By the way, we are going to be doing a giveaway.
I was just gonna
coming
say
up.
that.
Yeah,
We should-
No, we're definitely doing it. I'm working
Let's
on it
get
right
the
now.
giveaway thing
I'm
going.
figuring out how much we're going to budget for it, but we're going to do an incredible giveaway. Just stay tuned.
All right, next thing. So unfortunately, watch trends. There's always hate. Now, are you guys familiar with a guy named Ronnie Fig? He was the founder of Kith. It's one of those almost hype beasts.
Kith, the clothing apparel. Yeah. He
Okay.
does some watch collaboration now.
Too rich for my blood. I don't buy that stuff.
Well, he started out in the shoe industry.
Uh-huh.
Now he's quite the driving force in the fashion world.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's expensive, but it's
Kith,
good.
Kith.
Speaking of
Yeah.
expensive,
Right.
you guys are familiar with the Moon Swatch?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I believe that was around $300 retail, and then that was followed up by the Sea Swatch, which was a collaboration, or it was the partnership with Blancpain.
With Blancpain, yeah.
Okay,
I think Fred knows all about that stuff, actually.
Yeah.
That's right up his
and
alley.
I think I remember that was anywhere between $400 to $500.
Yeah, that was in the about $400 to $500 price range, and it was like the first automatic watch as well. So if you're looking for something mechanical, inexpensive,
No,
that's the way to
it
go. if you
definitely
can
wasn't the
find it.
first automatic Swatch watch.
Oh, yeah, you can tell us about Swatch.
They've been making automatic Swatch watches
Really?
since since the 90s.
Man, for those who don't know, I've always
Yeah.
thought Swatch watches since the 70s were quartz
since
watches.
since 1983 they were
83.
quartz, but in the 90s they came out with automatic swatches.
Oh,
Yeah.
did not know that.
System 51?
No.
Okay.
Well, not that I know of. I never heard that terminology, but I know for sure there's automatics from the 90s.
Gotcha.
Bet my life on it.
Well, this one is not automatic. Okay, I don't believe this is a mechanical watch, but I'm going to have you guys guess what the price tag is. So this is called collaboration with Tag and Kith. And it's an F1. Here we go.
Wait, what do they call that model? This is a
The original, I think, was the automatic 2000 back in the day. This is like the plastic case, plastic bezel.
It's their F1 series.
F1. That's what it is.
Yeah, Formula One.
F1. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
What do you think the price tag is?
First of all, I think it's a really good idea. They're onto something. They keep on doing these. Swatch is really smart. But what I think it is, well, you go first.
I would say like the regular like F1 collection quartz pieces kind of. I think the retail started anywhere between like 15 to 1800 for this watch with the collaboration with Kith, commemorative to the F1 cars. I also noticed like the color collaborations on certain watches. So I guess each watch kind of represents a certain car or country. I think that's pretty cool. I would say the retail is about $2,000 for that watch.
So this is basically Tag Heuer copying Swatch.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes, but they're
Well,
almost like
not necessarily because Tag Heuer. Well, who came up with the plastic watch first? Swatch or Tag?
Swatch.
Swatch did.
Swatch. 100%.
I'm gonna have to look into
Swatch,
that one, guys.
Swatch made so much money off the plastic watches. They bought every single company. They bought Brigade. They bought Omega. They bought everybody.
Swatch did.
Yeah, that's why they're the Swatch Group. They made it from stupid plastic watches.
Okay.
It's incredible what they did.
And you believe this plastic swatch was out before the Tag Heuer plastic watch?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
They came out. The prototypes were 80, 81, and the actual line hit the market, the United States market, in 83.
Gotcha. 1 year before the LA Olympics.
Right.
All right, let's take a trip to New York. Now, one of the guys we've talked about before is TRAX NYC. Familiar with TRAX?
Yeah, very familiar. Max, my man.
Well, TRAX has been going through. TRAX does not play. Okay. Anytime TRAX, I mean, he seems like he's trying to run a tight ship where he's at. But
Yeah. Well, if you watch his social media, he's pretty amped up. He's pretty intense. He's pretty pissed off all the time. He's a funny guy.
Well, there's this kid named Anoop, and he gave him something to be pissed off about. There's a couple videos I'd like to show with you guys.
His ex-employee. I know this story. Okay.
Oh, is this the kid that he took to the boxing ring? Or
Here
to
we
the
go.
fighting ring?
Here's
we
leading
go.
up to it.
Let's watch this.
We're stashing cash, silver, and we're also saying goodbye to Anoop. My phone number is up here. Text me when you find us. You also got my gloves, so it's all gonna be together somewhere. I think we're in Virginia.
Somewhere in Virginia? Is that what he said?
Yes.
Somewhere in Virginia. He's pretty creative.
More of a fog line.
He's got great ideas. I mean, who thinks of this kind of stuff? He's really on a different level.
So I wonder if he's going to have like some cameras kind of like focusing on that area right there. Because, hey, we got someone on the bait.
I've seen him do things like this, but usually it's in Central Park. I've never seen him actually go out of state and leave a stash. The guy's smart. I like him.
So one of the things he likes to do to squash his beefs or handle his problems is he likes to throw hands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we talked about this last week. He already fought Nico once in Ireland. That's fantastic. And what did he do? He went ahead and challenged this guy?
Yeah. So they go ahead
Man.
and
Let's see it.
they get down.
Revved up. That's okay. Travel all the way from New York.
Yep.
Can you tell me just real quick a little bit about what y'all beefing about?
Yeah, so Anoop was working for me. He was an employee of mine, and while he was working, he was scheming.
Okay.
Scheming to do something to my business, using my customers and my equipment to go fund his own operation.
Ooh.
He needs a beating for that.
He needs a beating.
A beating or simply an NDA.
Oh my God. So he needs a beating. Yeah. Sure, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
This is borderline like mafia type mentality this guy's got. It's funny. But he's getting away with it. All right, good for him. So what did he do? He challenged him to go to a boxing ring and fight him?
Well, this is how it started.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah, I want to tell everybody right now.
Oh, yeah, he's right
This
there.
motherfucker, if I lose, I give him 10 grand. If I win, hold on, pay attention. If I win, I take his 10 grand and I toss it in the air to everybody here.
Peace. Round one.
Oh,
Let's.
interesting. All right, so he made it. So he's gonna.
Well, the kid's getting a bonus to fight him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like,
he
well,
left the company,
He's like, F it. All right.
goes in for a fight, and then he gets a bonus
Yeah,
if he wins.
If he wins.
That's a good deal.
All right. Where's the noob from? Where are we guessing he's from?
With that name, I would say he's from Texas.
A noob.
5 years, we've been better than the rest. Fred, he know these watches like the back of his hand. If you wanna learn watches, guaranteed this the man. I'm just saying. EW podcast. EW.